welcome to our 3 time-saving Outlook tips. I'm sure that there are days, especially on Monday, when you arrive to work and you open up your Outlook and you just cringe because there are hundreds of emails waiting for you. This little video today is brought to you by Business Training Team. My first tip is to color code your email messages to identify those key messages from your customers or your boss, or it could be some other important person. So let's hop over here to Outlook and see how this is done. Right here I have an email from one of our webinar hosts. I'm going to color code this message so I can pick it out very, very quickly from the rest of my messages. To do that, I'm going to go up here to Tools. I'm going to choose Organize. And then right here, the second item on the list is using colors. So here it says color messages from Bob Stinson in red. I'm going to change that and I'm going to use fuchsia. And then it says apply color, so I'm going to apply that, and you see it pops up and all the messages from Bob now are in that color. And I could go on and choose someone else and maybe make them red, someone else green, and so forth. And then it would be very easy to pick those emails out every day. Okay, my second tip of the day is to create an email signature for standard responses. Let's say you get a request quite frequently for either information about your product or service. And each time you respond to that, you pretty much say the same thing, maybe just tweaking it a little bit to maybe a question that particular person asked. Well, most of us are familiar with using signatures on our emails. Well, let's see how we could also use that same theory to create a standard response. So I'm going to come up here under Tools, and I'm going to choose Options, and then I'm going to come here to Mail Format, and down at the bottom is Signatures. So I'm going to create a new signature. I'm going to call this signature Product Response. I'm going to start with an existing signature so that my standard name and phone number and so forth are already on there. I'm going to click on Next. So here's my standard one already started. So I'm just going to come up here above that and type in, you would go on and be a little bit more elaborate than that, but you get the idea. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Finished and OK. Or let's say I'm going to create a new email. Well, when I choose New, my standard signature appears here on the email. I can highlight that, right click, and I can choose my product response email. And there's the information, so I don't have to retype it every time. I could add a little bit of information. My standard response is already created here. I don't have to type it again and again and again. So again, another little time-saving tip there to save you time when you are working with Outlook. And my third tip of the day is to organize your messages into categories. And we'll see how that could be real helpful. So I'm going to come back over here to my email messages. First of all, I'm going to go under Edit, and I'm going to choose the very bottom, Categories. Now these are the standard categories that you have. I have added a category called Follow-up, which was not there before. And there may be some other ones that you want to add. You simply click in here under Categories, type in the new category that you want to add, and then simply add it to the list. Now, when an email comes in, now I'll just tell you how I use this. A lot of times people will email me for information or ask a question, and I don't have time that very minute because I'm in the middle of doing something else to respond to that email right away. But I don't want that email to get lost in the shuffle of everything else that's coming in. Here's an IPN problem, okay? And I may need to respond to that. So I'm going to right click on that message. I'm going to go down to Categories, and I'm going to put it into my follow-up category. And then I'm going to click on OK. Then at the end of every day, I want to see, okay, is there anything in follow-up that I have not responded to? So to do that, I'm going to go up here to View, and I'm going to choose Arrange By, and I'm going to choose Arrange by Category. Now, initially, the none category comes up, and that's where most of my emails are. So I'm just going to collapse that by clicking on the little minus sign. And now you see that I have 3 items in follow-up. I have 2 items in need response. These are things that I want to make sure that I've taken care of at the end of every day. And once I respond to that email, then I will take it out of that category so it no longer appears there. But this way, there's not getting, like I said, lost in the shuffle of everyday emails that are coming in and I forget to respond to that particular person. Now, let's talk about our Olympic contest. Yes, the 2010 Winter Olympics are going on right now, and it inspired me to come up with a contest. So the question is, do you have an Outlook tip or shortcut that you would like to share with someone else? You can use the link that we're going to give you on the next slide to submit your tip to our Olympic contest. This contest ends with the closing ceremonies of the 2010 Winter Olympic. So let's see what the winners will win if you are chosen as one of the top 3 tips. And what we're going to do is record another Outlook tips video, and we will give credit to the person submitting that particular tip with a link to their website or blog. Now, I will say here, if I get 2 people submitting the exact same tip, I will use the first person that submits the tip. So I encourage you to get on the ball and submit your tip right away. Tip number 1 will be our gold winner, and they will win a $25 gift card from either American Express, Walmart, or Barnes & Nobles. Tip number 2 will be our silver winner, and they will win a $10 gift card to Starbucks, Walmart, or Blockbuster. And tip number 3 will be our bronze winner, and they will win a $5 gift card to Starbucks, Jamba Juice, or Blockbuster. You get to choose where the gift card will come from. But most importantly, your name and your link will be on the next video that we will record the day after the closing ceremonies of the 2010 Winter Olympics. So where are we going to submit our tips? You are going to go to SueWhiteBizHelp.com. That is my blog. You will notice that there is a tab called the Outlook Contest tab. So we're going to hop over there so you can take a look at it. Here is SueWhiteBizHelp.com, and right here it says Outlook Contest. Here is where you will submit your ideas. Here's what we will need from you. There is a place for comments, and there you can submit your tip. And also, I will email you then if you are a winner and see which one of those gift cards you would prefer. If someone else has referred you to this site, there's a place there for referred by. So, real easy way to submit your Outlook tip, only takes a minute. You could win a prize. So I just want to thank you for joining us. There is my email address if you would prefer to email me your tip. You can do that as well. So either email me your tip or go to my blog. And I'm really excited about hearing from you and using your tip to help other small businesses be more efficient in their day-to-day use of Outlook.